I think we cannot hear you, Einar. Can someone confirm that you can hear me?
I can hear you.
Now I can hear you again.
Yes. So I'm handing this over to you.
All right. We are very sorry for any problems. We had some difficulties with our audio in the beginning. We're very sorry for this. Hopefully you can now all hear me. My name is Matthes Schucht. I'm a solutions consultant at Adobe, and I welcome everyone today to our webinar about Adobe Acrobat meets Microsoft. I'm going to start by sharing my screen. So you're going to see my presentation any second, hopefully. Should start sharing now. And oh, we need to switch. Can someone confirm you're seeing my screen right now?
I can confirm that. Yes.
Perfect. Amazing. Then let's begin. Yeah, as I mentioned, my name is Matthes Schucht, and I'm here from Adobe. I'm a solutions consultant at Adobe to show you what we can do with Adobe Acrobat, what Adobe Acrobat is about, and how we can integrate Adobe Acrobat into Microsoft's tools, into Microsoft 365. To begin with, let's talk about PDF, or why do we need PDF, or why are we talking about PDF, and therefore why are we talking about Acrobat today? In the last year, there were over 300 billion PDFs opened in Adobe products. And a PDF is clearly the #1 business file format, since 40% of documents in Outlook are PDF files. We have to make sure that the PDF is created in the right way. So not every PDF is created equally. You might think, well, a PDF is just a document. What should be different? There are many different approaches to create a PDF, and a PDF can be a very flat file only showing your document, but a PDF can also include a lot of metadata. A PDF can make sure that it's accessible. A PDF can make sure that it has bookmarks included, that alternative texts are working, and so on and so forth. So it really depends on how you create your PDF in order to get a dynamic and very powerful PDF in the end. Adobe Acrobat is part of the wider Adobe Document Cloud. And when I say Adobe Document Cloud, we have different products or different services available in this Document Cloud. Today, we will talk about Adobe Acrobat Pro and Adobe Document Services, and also a little bit about Adobe Scan, which is the mobile app of Adobe where we can scan a document with our mobile phone, and then later on work with this phone on our Document Cloud and on our computer in Acrobat. Adobe Sign is also part of the Adobe Document Cloud, and we will feature Adobe Sign in the next webinar on the 17th of February. Again, same time. I think it's also a Thursday, so the same day. And then we're going to have a look at Adobe Sign and how we can integrate Adobe Sign, our e-signature solution, into Microsoft products. Around all those Document Cloud services, we offer desktop and mobile apps, and we will see both desktop and mobile apps today. As I mentioned, we offer e-signatures, both through Adobe Sign, but we also have an e-signature capability inside of Acrobat. We will talk about that later. We do offer workflows, especially when we integrate with Microsoft Power Automate. We can create very complex workflows. We'll look at that in the Adobe Sign webinar, not today. We do offer APIs and SDKs for both Adobe Sign and Adobe Acrobat or document services. We have PDF services available. We will see those PDF services later on in the demo. We will see the PDF services in connection with Microsoft SharePoint. And of course, in general, we have a lot of integrations throughout the whole Adobe Document Cloud to make sure that we're not just looking at a single step in the process, but to integrate our services into the whole business process flow to make it as seamless as possible. So what is the partnership between Microsoft and Adobe about? Well, our goal or our focus is to enable you or your employees to work everywhere at any time on any device. and any application, for example, or especially. We have more than 35 integrations to enrich your existing Microsoft applications with Adobe's PDF, e-signature, and creativity tools. Throughout Power Apps or Power Automate, for example, we get a lot of automation features, a lot of workflow features where we can automate a whole process from the beginning until the end. We can even integrate with other applications as well and use this tool or this platform as a middleware. Also, we want to deliver exceptional experiences. So within Microsoft Teams, for example, we will enable you to do something called live signing, face-to-face signing experience. We want to make sure that you can access your files anywhere, on any device, even when you're on the go, on vacation, on travel. You can simply open the mobile app or the browser and access all of your devices wherever you are. And we enable you to do some real-time collaboration, so you can collect comments, feedback, approval, annotations on your documents directly throughout the document cloud, and then see what others are saying about your work. Last but not least, of course, through the integration, we make sure that your existing IT investment, still has the same value or even gets improved. So you can integrate Adobe with Microsoft, and it's not just another software running next to Microsoft tools, but we somehow want to connect, making sure that we can strengthen both sides of products. And therefore, all the integrations, especially for Microsoft, are included in our tools. There's no need to additionally buy any integrations. So when you buy Acrobat, when you buy Adobe Sign, you have all the Microsoft integrations included, and you can use them directly or later on, however you like. Looking at what integrations we are offering, you can see that there are integrations for basically the whole bunch of Microsoft applications. Today, we want to focus on the 365 integrations, or the 365 part of Microsoft. And especially, we will have a look at SharePoint, at Word, and at Teams. For all of those tools, we have integrations in both Adobe Sign and also, of course, Adobe Acrobat. That's why we are here today, and PDF services. On the right side, you can also see that we integrate into Azure Active Directory. And this simply means that all of our Adobe products you can use with single sign-on with your existing Azure Active Directory. You can make this connection in the so-called Adobe Admin Console, and then you can deploy your licenses, your software to your users using your existing identity provider, enabling them to sign on via single sign-on. Now that I've somehow set the scene around what PDF is and what the partnership with Microsoft is about, let's have a look what Acrobat is about, or what Acrobat as a product is. Acrobat, of course, is a PDF tool, a PDF editor, a PDF viewer, and we are focusing on collaboration to easily share PDFs, to review PDFs, to track progress of documents which are sent out for signature, to collect comments, and also are we focusing on productivity, especially when you're on the go, when you're on a different device, when you're on travel, on your mobile device, on the web, in any other application. So we want to make sure that you can use all the functionality of Acrobat, not just in the desktop application, but also in Microsoft Teams, in SharePoint, on the mobile reader app, and so on and so forth. And while talking about functionality on the go, we introduced the Acrobat for web and mobile. And the Acrobat for mobile basically has two different applications, which is Adobe Scan and Adobe Reader. Both are free to download in the App Store. And Acrobat for web is the PDF services or the document services where we can access documents throughout the web browser and make organizing or converting documents easy on the go on the web browser without using Acrobat. You might think, why do we need Acrobat? Why do we need such a powerful tool for our PDFs? We see on a day-to-day basis that employees still struggle with simple PDF tasks. Maybe you know what I mean. Sometimes when updating a PDF document or when combining PDF documents, what you do, you copy and paste the content back into the Word file, you make the edits there, then you re-export the document as a PDF. And you know, it is working, but it is a workaround. It's very frustrating. It's not the way we want you to work with PDFs, and there's an easier way. Also, when thinking about retrieving information from PDF scans or filling and signing PDF forms, without Acrobat, you don't have OCR available. When talking about forms, you might even print the form, then fill it with wet ink, and then scan the form again. Please do not do this. We have fill and sign in Acrobat available for you to sign forms, and we can even combine this with Acrobat, with Adobe Scan, in order to scan a form and then dynamically fill content into this just scanned PDF, and then later on send the final signed document as a PDF back to whoever came to the idea of printing a document. With the integration in Microsoft applications, as I mentioned before, we have different ways of working with them, or different categories. Of course, we can access PDF services directly from OneDrive and SharePoint. This means we can directly inside of SharePoint or OneDrive combine files, organize files, convert files. We can create accessible PDFs directly from Word, PowerPoint, and Excel. And especially, this is something we want to have a look at today. You might think, well, we can also create a PDF directly inside of Word without having Acrobat, but with our Acrobat ribbon, we are making sure that this PDF which is created is a really rich PDF with accessible data or metadata, or which makes the PDF accessible. And we have also some additional features, like we can include bookmarks automatically from the headlines of Word. They are in certain styles and so on and so forth. We'll see this in the demo. And last but not least, we can share and collaborate on PDFs directly within Microsoft Teams. So you can use Microsoft Teams in order to share a just created PDF to your coworkers and then collect comments on this file. So with that, I'm already at the end of the boring theoretical part, and now I'd like to jump over into the live environment, into Acrobat, and show you what it is like working with Acrobat. For that, I've prepared some demo files we're gonna use to work on today, and I'm gonna start with a simple Word file. So right there, I have some files available with a simple Word file, which I want to convert into the PDF, because I want to collect some feedback on this file. So you can see right there, this is just like a basic demo document I'm using right here. It has some headlines, and those headlines are already recognized by Microsoft Word as different sections in the document, so I can navigate through this document based on the styles I use for my headlines. Right now, in order to convert this file into a PDF, I could either use a PDF printer or save as PDF, but this will not generate an accessible PDF document in the way I want to have my document. So I use the Acrobat ribbon, and the Acrobat ribbon is included in your Office environment automatically after you've installed Acrobat on your computer. And you can see we have a lot of different functionalities. We can directly create and share this PDF or share it for review. We can also directly create a PDF and run preset actions on this. We have some preferences available, and today I'd like to focus on the bookmark section. So right here, I'm sorry that it's in German, but yeah, I wasn't able to change the language of my Office environment somehow. But you can see that I have two styles right there, and those should be converted into bookmarks in my final PDF. And in order to do so, I just click on Create PDF. I select the target folder where I want to save this document. I can just leave it in this folder as it is. I click on Save, and right now the PDF maker of Acrobat, and you can see it, there it is, will convert this Word file into a very accessible PDF document, and it's opened automatically in my Adobe Acrobat. So as I mentioned, I wanted to have my styles converted into bookmarks. So I can have a look right there. We have the bookmarks directly available based on the styles in the document. and I can again navigate through the document based on these bookmarks. So what do I want to do next? Of course, I exported this document as a PDF because I wanted to get some feedback on this document. And you might think, well, why do I export this document as a PDF in order to get feedback? It is best practice to share a PDF document with someone who needs to give feedback on this, because not everyone has Word installed, not everyone has the same version of Microsoft Office installed, not everyone is working on his desktop computer at the moment in order to open the document in Microsoft Word. So a PDF is really the file format to go in order to collect feedback on your document. And how can I get feedback on my document? I have several different ways in Acrobat or in the Document Cloud. One of the first ways is I can simply click on Send for Comments. I can enter an email address, whatever I like right there. I can add a message and then I allow comments, and I just click on Send, and then this document is shared with this specific email address. The one owning the email address will get an email notification with a link in it, and he can open the document and then review and add his comment. And how this does look like, I'm going to show you in a quick video, because we can open this document and review it and comment it directly on our mobile device. And since I cannot share my mobile device directly, I'm going to show it with a pre-recorded video of my iPad. We can see right here on my tablet that I have received the invitation to comment on the document we just shared via Acrobat. When I click on the link, this document will be opened in the free Adobe Reader app on my iPad. You can see it's exactly the document we just created. And right now I can start commenting on this document. Oops, I did not want to underline everything right here. But I can, just mark text, underline the text, write a comment. I can also use different tools like the remove text annotation. So I can mark some text which should be removed. In my opinion, I can also write a comment to that to explain why this should be removed, for example. I can also choose the pen option to draw something, to draw my annotation. And all of this is possible via the free Adobe Reader app on my iPad, on the go, wherever I am, at whatever time. If I don't have this app available, then I have also the option to use Acrobat Web to open this document and to collaborate on this document. And important to know, and you will see this in a second, I don't need to have an Acrobat account. You can see there are the comments I already created. When I try to add another comment right there, it's asking me to log in or to enter my name to continue as a guest. So I can enter whatever name I want. And then I have access to the exact same annotation and commenting tools I also have available in the mobile app. So I can select highlighting text. So I can mark some text, it gets highlighted, I can add my comment, and so on and so forth. So you can see, even though we don't have the app available, we can use or we can collaborate on this document wherever we are, regardless on which device we are. So even if we are on a device which is unknown to us, we don't have any apps installed, we can use Acrobat Web in order to review the document and place our comments. All right, now that you saw how we can use our internal Acrobat tool in order to send the document for signature, for comments, let's look at a different way. We can also do the same, as I mentioned before, with Microsoft Teams. And in order to do so with Microsoft Teams, the easiest way for us is to first upload the document in the Document Cloud, and then we can access this document directly from within Teams without dragging and dropping the file around. So what do we need to do in order to upload this file in the Document Cloud? Well, it's very simple. There is this little button on the top left corner right there, right next to the printer symbol. I just click on this button, takes a second. That's it. The document is now in my personal Document Cloud. So I can completely close Acrobat, don't need it anymore. I can go into my Teams application, and now I can access my Document Cloud through the Acrobat integration inside of Microsoft Teams. In order to do so, I just create a new conversation right there in this general channel of my just created team. And I'm going to ask my coworkers to review on this document. So please review this document. And what I do now is I attach the just uploaded file with my Acrobat plugin to this newly created conversation in Teams. So I open Adobe Acrobat, and it's now offering me different sources where I can select the files from. First of all, of course, I can select files which are already stored in Microsoft Teams or in different channels of Microsoft Teams. I can also use OneDrive. I can upload a file directly from my computer, or I can use Adobe Document Cloud. And of course, this has to happen in a demo. It's asking me to sign in. So I'm just going to quickly put my credentials in there. And once I've done so, it's super secure. Second factor authentication, of course. And then once I got the notification, we should be up and running, and we should see the document any second in our document cloud. There it is. So we see all the documents which are available in our document cloud right now. And I can see that there's the contract I just created in Word. So I select this file, I click on share, and now it will attach this file as this, this card in the just created new conversation in Teams. And if I send this conversation right now, all of my coworkers can open this document and start commenting on this document. So for that, I'm going to switch over to another user in this Teams environment, of course. This is now Alex Wilber. We go into chat, or we go into Teams, and we see that Megan Bowen has just sent this message a few minutes ago or a few seconds ago. And I can now open the PDF document directly inside of Microsoft Teams. So now we're leveraging the Adobe Acrobat plugin for Microsoft Teams, and we can open this document directly within our Teams environment. So you can see it's exactly the document we just created, and I have the same tools available as I have in Acrobat Web or in my Acrobat app in order to do comments on this document. So when I click on one of those buttons, I get asked to log in again. And I can do so. Of course, normally you would only do this once, and it would remember your login. But since I'm using demo accounts, they always get overwritten and logged out in order for me to start with new users. So again, my login procedure. And any second, we should be able to use the actual plugin. Yeah, there we go. So right now, I can put a sticky note right there. I can comment. For example, another logo there. And post it. I can use the drawing tool and draw a line. I can highlight something. I can erase something again. All of that just directly inside of Adobe Acrobat, inside of Microsoft Teams, without opening Adobe Acrobat, without leaving our existing environment. So what happens when I add those comments right there? I can see that I get direct notifications from Adobe Acrobat on the other side. So once I put some comments in this document, which was just shared through the Acrobat plugin, the other side, the one who just shared the document, gets the information that someone has interacted with this document, someone has put some comments on this document, and we know at the moment that we received the necessary feedback. So what's the next step in the process once we have collected all of our feedback? I've prepared something. I've prepared a final document with some comments in there, of course. Once we've done with that, we want to make the necessary changes in order to, get the final version of the PDF. So in this case, someone said, well, this logo needs to be bigger. It should say 2022, not 2018. It's not toll-free, so we should remove this text right there. And somewhere down here, we can click on it as well. The signature part should also be removed. So what's the easiest way in order to do so right now? So we could, of course, open Word and then, just search the same locations and do the edits right there. But this can get quite complicated. Just imagine you have like a book with 600 pages and you have maybe 100 comments on it. You won't find every single site or place where there was a comment. Or it's at least a lot of work. So we have another feature available inside of Microsoft Word. So when I open the document again, right there, I can choose Acrobat and I can create or use Acrobat comments and import comments from Adobe Acrobat. When I select this, it's asking me to select the comments from which PDF file. So in that case, of course, I want to use the just commented file. And I want to import all the comments. I can click on continue. It's now complaining that it's a different file version because the file is just different. But it's now saying, well, he found 4 comments, and 2 of those comments are text edits. You remember we had 2 times where we want to have a part removed, the signature part and I think the toll-free part. So I can integrate those text edits automatically. It's saying delete the marked text, apply, boom, it's gone. I can look at the next one, there, signature. And now the window is gone, no. Well, of course. I don't know what happened now. But yeah, you can see that we can automatically apply those comments to our just created Word file, or to the just open Word file after we inserted or imported our comments from Acrobat. And the same applies to the rest of the comments. We still have like the 2018 issue right there. So we can change this to 2020 or 2022. And in that way, we can create all the necessary changes in our document and make sure that we're doing all the wanted work on our document before we finally create our final PDF document. So after we saw now how we can comment on a document, how we can then insert those comments into our Word document, let's have a look what we can do with this document in Microsoft SharePoint later on. So now we are going into SharePoint right there, and we have inside of SharePoint our documents folder. So for our documents folder, I'm just going to upload the Word file the PDF file we just created. And now let's imagine we want to add some general terms and conditions to this contract. Someone told us, well, there's something missing. There need to be several pages added to this document. So let's add another general terms and conditions file. And now we have both of those documents laying around in our SharePoint environment. So we can select both of those files. And then we can select the Adobe Document Cloud, and we can combine those pages with the help of Adobe Document Cloud or Document Services. If we do so, it will open, and it's always doing this right now. Let me just quickly log in again. There we are. It is opening both of those files in Adobe Document Cloud, in Adobe Document Services. And it's already offering us to combine those two files. So you can see that those general terms and conditions, and remember, this was a Word file in SharePoint, they got converted into a PDF automatically. And right now I can just simply select both of them and say, combine those two. And now Adobe Document Cloud is processing the document in the background and it's creating one single PDF for me, which is stored in SharePoint automatically. We can see right now we got our general terms and conditions. And after that, we got the just created document, the Bodea contract, insurance contract. If we go back to SharePoint, we can see that there's the combined document, which includes both of the files right now, which is one single PDF. And now you discovered, well, but we want to have the general terms and conditions in the end and not at the beginning of the document, because it doesn't make sense to start with this part of the document. So we can again click on Edit inside of Microsoft SharePoint or Acrobat web environment. We can click on Organize Pages. And now we got the possibility to select pages just like that and then move them to the end. And that's it. I can save. I can save again. And Acrobat is preparing the document in the background for me. And now I got the final document where I have the terms and conditions in the end of this document. So that's really cool. We don't need to leave SharePoint. We can make the basic edits directly within SharePoint, directly through a Word file. They get converted into PDF automatically, everything through the integration of Acrobat into SharePoint. Another great way of working with SharePoint files through Acrobat is the direct integration into Acrobat itself. So we can open files directly inside of the web desktop application of Acrobat. So let's imagine we have this file now and we want to add page numbering to this file because there weren't any, and also we added some pages. So what I can do right now inside of Acrobat, I can select Demo. And if I'm really lucky, I'm gonna have to authenticate again, but not this time, right? Finally. And right here, I have all the assets and the content of my SharePoint site because I have added the SharePoint site as other storage in my Adobe Acrobat. So I can select Shared Documents, and I'm gonna see the just created General Terms and Conditions combined file. Of course, the name is pretty misleading, but this is the final document which we just created through SharePoint. So when I open this document, it's retrieving the document from SharePoint. I can check this document out in order to make some edits on it. It's going to take a while, and it's opening the document. You can see again, it is the right document. And now, as I mentioned, I want to add page numbering or anything just to work on this. To add page numbering, I click on Edit PDF. I click on Header and Footer. I add a header. I'm going to add a new header, and I just insert the page number. Now I have it on the left header on the left top left corner, but doesn't matter. Let's leave it right there. Okay, apply, and you can see we have page numbers right there. We have them on all pages, so I can just save this PDF again. And I can close it. I can check it in again, and I can give a comment on this. Page number edit. Okay, check this file back in. And now the final or the next version of this file is stored on SharePoint again. So if we go back to SharePoint, if we update the site, we can see that for a few seconds ago, this file was edited. And also, if we have a look at the versioning, we can see that version number 3.0 has the comment of page number edit. So we can already see that this edit has been done through Acrobat, and even the comment for the versioning was included in this page. So this is it for the part of the live demo I'm doing through SharePoint and Microsoft Teams. As I mentioned before, I also prepared 2 demos for the mobile apps, for working with our mobile apps. And therefore, I'm going to start a video again. And firstly, we're going to have a look at what we're going to do with documents we receive in Outlook, with Word documents we receive in Outlook on our mobile phone, and how we convert them, how to convert them into PDF, and how to properly read them on a small screen on our mobile phone. Okay, so now I want to show you how you can convert a Word file on your mobile device into a PDF, and how you can use the liquid mode in order to get a mobile-first reading experience on your mobile phone to better read through extensive documents on the small screen of your mobile device. So let's assume you've received a Word file for review via email. Of course, normally we would convert this document beforehand into PDF and just share the PDF in order to get some feedback on the document. But in this case, someone just shared the actual Word file, and now you need to open this Word file on your mobile phone. So what's the problem right here? Not every mobile phone has Word installed. And also, even in this case, I'm using the Outlook app of Microsoft. The document isn't displayed exactly the way it should look like. So you can see that there's something going on at the top left corner. There's a picture, there's a headline, there are some words flying around. So you see at the first look that this is not the way this document should look like. And this makes it hard in order to review the document, of course, because if it doesn't look like the way it should, then you can't review this document. So what can we do right now? So we can click on this share icon of this app right there, and we can share the file via, and then we can select import to Acrobat. So if we then click import to Acrobat, this document will be opened in the free iOS app Adobe Acrobat Reader. But still, the document looks wrong, and it's still exactly the same. So we still have the same problem, and this is because the Acrobat Reader still opens the actual Word file. So nothing has changed to the document. It's still the original Word file, and it's just opened by the Acrobat Reader. So the next step, the next thing we need to do is to convert this Word file into a PDF document. For that, we're going to click on the menu on the top right corner, and then we select Create PDF. And right now, the Acrobat app is uploading this Word file to the document cloud, and then this document is converted into a PDF file. And as soon as this is done, the app will tell us that we can now open the PDF, which is saved in the document cloud. So if I click on Open, it will open the actual PDF, which I just created from the Word file. And ta-da, we can see this is way better. This looks way better. This is exactly how the document should look like. This is how the document was created in Word on a desktop computer beforehand. But still, it's not that easy to read through this document on such a small screen. So we can see right there, we need to zoom in, and then we need to, scroll from left to right in order to read through the lines. And especially right here where we have 2 columns, maybe we lose the line where we are reading at the moment. So overall, this document is not intended to be reviewed on a mobile device. In order to make it better, to make it a better experience on our mobile device, we have the liquid mode on the Acrobat app. The liquid mode creates a mobile-first reading experience powered by Adobe Sensei, the Adobe AI, and it displays us only the content of the file in such a format that we can read it on our mobile device. And since the Adobe Sensei AI analyzes the content of the document, we are now able to change the font size and the line spacing, for example. So in that case, the font size is on 140%. Maybe it's a little bit big for me, so I can reduce it to 100%, but I need some more line spacing. So I can adjust this, and now this text is a little bit smaller, but the line spacing was increased, and I can read through the entire document in this mobile-first reading experience. The next feature of liquid mode is that it automatically recognizes the whole structure of the document. So we use in the Word file those different styles, those different heading styles and text styles in Word. And now the liquid mode is recognizing the structure of the document and is offering us a full outline of the document. And we can click on whatever point in the outline. And then, it's going to redirect us to exactly this specific location in the document. After we finished our review, after we have read through all the text in the document, we can close the liquid mode again, and there we are back at the original PDF file, and we can give feedback to whoever has requested the review. All right, that's the Adobe Reader app. That's the way on how to convert a Word file into a PDF on your mobile device in order to make sure you can read it properly on your mobile device, and in order to make sure that you can use the liquid mode in the Reader app. Last but not least, I'd like to show you what we can do with Adobe Scan, also a free app available in the App Store where you can scan documents or business cards or formulas, and then later on work with them in Acrobat or any other tool. All right, now let's have a look at Adobe Scan. Adobe Scan is a free app for your mobile device where you can scan actual paper or physical documents and digitize them and convert them into an actual PDF file. So let's assume we have received a paper document, a form where we need to enter some information, and they expect us to send this filled form with our personal information back to whatever address they want. And since we're living in 2022, we do not want to fill this form by hand. So we choose to scan this document and to fill the information digitally via Acrobat into this form. So normally, if we want to scan a document, we need a printer with a scanner included, or simply a scanner or whatever. And we do not have this available at all times. So probably if we are in the office, yes, we have something like this. But what if we're at home, we are on travel, we're somewhere else, we are talking to a customer. We just need a simple solution to quickly scan this document, to quickly make this document available digitally, to convert this document into a PDF file. And for that, we can use Adobe Scan on our mobile phone. In order to scan a document with Adobe Scan, we simply open the app, and then we can select the camera symbol on the bottom line, and this will open the camera of our phone, and we can now select what type of document we want to scan. So we can choose from whiteboard in order to scan a proper whiteboard. We can use form, which is the thing we're gonna use right now since we have received the form. We can use document to whatever document is available. And last but not least, we can also use a business card. And if we use to scan a business card, then the interesting part is that we can even extract the contact information of this business card and convert this information into a new contact on our phone automatically. In this case, we want to go with form. And I have the paper form available right there. The only thing I need to do is to place the document under my camera. Then I need to hold steady, and Adobe Scan is automatically creating a photograph of this document. It's automatically recognizing the border of this document. So you can see right now there's still parts of my keyboard and of my desk, but Adobe Scan has recognized what part of this picture is the document. And if we click on continue right now, the first page of the document is already scanned or already captured. We can flip the document, we can flip this paper and do exactly the same for the second page. There it is. We click on continue. We can open the document, and right now we can see that Adobe Scan has already just scanned or just created a PDF or a document from the actual document, and the rest of the picture, like my keyboard and the rest of my desk, isn't visible anymore. Right here we can see that we have both pages available. We could still rotate or crop the image or apply filters or remove whatever dirt we have on this document to improve the actual scan. We don't want to do this in this moment. The only thing we need to do is to rename this document so we can find it better later on. I'm going to call this webinar Adobe Scan. So it doesn't matter what name I type in there. And once we're happy with our scan, we click on Save PDF. And right now, Adobe Scan is uploading this document into the document cloud. It is applying OCR, so the text gets recognized. And so later on, we can even search through the text in the scan. We can, copy and paste text and use the information of this document somewhere else. As I mentioned before, we need to fill this form since it's asking for some details in there. And in order to do this, and we want to do this, of course, digitally, we can use a function called fill and sign. In order to use fill and sign, I'm going to click on fill and sign right there. It is now redirecting me to the Acrobat Reader app on my phone and opening the actual PDF document. And right now I can enter the desired information into this form. To do so, I'm going to simply zoom in a little bit here on one of those fields. You can see that it's requiring me the name of event or the name of whatever event this contract is asking for. So I'm just going to type there Adobe Scan, or in this case, Adobe Acrobat, is automatically recognizing the length of the field. And right now I can simply put in whatever information I like. So let me call it Adobe Webinar Scan, something like this. Again, doesn't matter. And right now I've added this information into this just scanned form, which is now a PDF document in my document cloud. There's also another way in order to enter this information. Since this document was now uploaded into Document Cloud, I can also open this document on whatever device is connected to my Document Cloud and then enter the information from there. So let's switch to my desktop environment and have a look at this document in my Acrobat on my computer. Looking at the Acrobat Pro desktop version, we find on the left side on the Document Cloud the Scans section. Under the Scan section, we will find the just scanned document we have captured with our mobile app, and we can simply open this PDF right now on our desktop computer. So right there, we see exactly the same document we just saw on our phone. We can see that there's already one field filled, which we did on our phone just a second ago. We can see that we can select the text, so that means that the OCR was applied properly, that Adobe has automatically recognized the text. We can now select the text, we can copy this text and use this text wherever we want. And we can continue by filling this document right here on our desktop computer. For that, again, we're going to choose Fill and Sign. And this will now enable us to put some more information in here. We can say that this event should take place in Oldenburg, which is my hometown. We could enter date, start time, whatever. We can also apply crosses. We can apply checks. We can apply a circle right there, whatever we like. And the last thing we want to do is we want to sign this document. So for that, we can click on Sign Ourselves. We can select from predefined signatures we have in our Acrobat account. In this case, I have my signature right there. I'm going to select my signature, and now I can simply put my signature somewhere, wherever I see I don't need to sign, but let's just sign right there. And this will place my signature on this document. I can now click on Next and save this document as a read-only copy. And this means that this document now is in a protected mode. My signature is applied, it's a read-only file, and I can now send this file via email or whatever channel I like back to the one who has requested all this information. And I did not need to put this information by hand. I didn't need to write the information in the actual paper form. So I was able to digitize this document and I would have been able to do so even when I'm on the go. I can scan this wherever I am and then continue processing the document on my computer later on. Everything just with the help of the free Adobe Scan app and the document cloud. All right. So that's basically the end of my presentation today. I just want to add on this thing you just said, which is called fill and sign, that this is a different functionality in comparison to Adobe Sign. With fill and sign, we are signing a document we have received beforehand, and we are applying a simple electronic signature, basically, without any certificate. With Adobe Sign, we get a whole bunch of additional features where we can send documents and request signatures from others. We can also apply digital signatures. So fill and sign is really, really useful if you have a situation like I just showed in the video, where you receive a paper document and you want to apply a signature on this document, which you have received in a physical way. Then you can use that. For everything else, where you have a business process where you want to request signatures, we need Adobe Sign, and that's why you need to tune in for the next webinar on the 17th of February again, at the same time, where we're going to have a close look at what we can do with Adobe Sign and how we can integrate Adobe Sign in the Microsoft tools. I hope you enjoyed today's presentation and today's webinar. If you have any questions, just feel free to drop them in the Q&A pod or in the chat. We still have 5 minutes left, and I'm also happy to add another 5 minutes if needed to answer all your questions. If you have questions afterwards, feel free to reach out to me or to Aina, and we will make sure that you get your questions answered as soon and best as possible. So with that being said, I'm going to say thank you very much for being here today. And yeah, back to you.